Okay, we are now recorded.
Okay, awesome. I am going to go ahead and get started, if that's all right with all of you. Okay. Also, Daniel, are you my person now for OAC, or is can you guys hear me? Let's see. Okay, yes. Okay, awesome. Does someone have their hand raised? Oh, okay. Awesome. Thanks, Meryl. Okay, sorry, it's hard for me to present and see the chat at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started then. Someone? Okay, sorry, just saw that someone asked a question. Let me try to pull up the chat. Oh, sorry. Allison, yes, I'll go into that more, but if you can turn your camera on when answering questions, that would be great. Alrighty. So hi everyone, my name is Vivian. I'm from IVSA SAVMA and I will be part of your election committee for today. So this meeting, if you wanted to attend this one, is for secretaries and trust. So I will go ahead and get started just showing the nominees. So for Secretariat, we have Ahmed Mohamed El Sayed Hafez from IVSA Egypt, Alison Brown from IVSA Trinidad and Tobago, Fari Yahya from IVSA Morocco, Ajar Sedi from IVSA Morocco, John Yan Kwesi Yaboa from IVSA Ghana, Martina Marina from IVSA Indonesia, Nadia W. from IVSA Indonesia, Otim Alvin John from IVSA Uganda, Pradam Devaya from IVSA India, and Shuan Tristan Chen from IVSA Taiwan. And so technically right now we have a bylaw amendment, and so if it passes, there will be a place for 12 secretaries instead of the original 8. So people will be elected without a vote, but for this nominee hour, we are going to ask questions just in case the bylaw amendment does not pass. And then for trust, we have Daniel Lund from IVSA Denmark, Elwin van Oldenburg from IVSA the Netherlands, Mehdi Amrani from IVSA Exco, Meryl Noops from IVSA Exco in Ghent, Belgium, and then Kirsten Abraham from IVSA Alumni. And because we have less than 6 nominees, all of these people will be elected without a vote, so no questions will be asked during this nominee hour. Okay, and so for the outline of this nominee hour, we're going to follow in alphabetical order. We are going to ask 2 questions from the election committee and then open up the floor for other delegates to ask questions, and we'll have 2 of those. And the nominees in this case will have 2 minutes per answer for each of the questions. And I will be timing it, so I'll let you know when your time is up. And if you could keep your camera on if you're a nominee answering questions, that would be great. But if you can't because of internet connection, that's also okay. And then we will go into a discussion. And at this point, the nominee will have left so that we can discuss that person. And then I will just go down the alphabetical order and ask people some of the nominees to leave and one of them to stay. Yep, so like I said, candidates must leave the meeting during the discussions and during the questions for the other candidates. And then for the discussion itself, there will be allowed the following one positive comment per candidate for a minute maximum, and then one negative comment. And the rules for the discussion are as followed. So you can only have objective comments that are relevant work-related comments. Personal feelings, name bashing, or exaggeration. And I believe that is it. And keep calm and be objective. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording or my share screen. Okay, I believe I've done that. Okay, great. So I'm going to ask all of the nominees for secretaries, except for Ahmed, to leave this meeting. So that includes Ellison, Yaya, Hajar, John, Martina, Nadia, Odom, Pradium, and Tristan. And I'm just going to make sure that everyone has left. Also, I forgot to ask, but if anyone has questions, please feel free to put them in the chat before we begin. Okay. I believe everyone is gone. Hi, Ahmed. I cannot hear you. Is that? Oh, yes. That would make sense.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hi, nice to see you.
Me too.
Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you the first question. Give me one sec just to get my stopwatch. Alrighty. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so actually, did you want to introduce yourself really quickly? What IVSA chapter you're from?
Okay, my name is Ahmed Hafiz. I'm from IVSA Mansoura, IVSA Egypt, and I'm 22 years old. My current position is a committee liaison of Middle East and North Africa.
Awesome. Alrighty, so first question. To which EXCO position would you like to be assigned and why?
Secretary. It's because I want to have a new experience, new talents, a new year for with IVSA.
Awesome. Okay, and the next question is, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your EXCO member? Provide solutions to both situations.
I'm sorry, can you say the question again?
Yes.
Slowly, please.
No problem. How would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your EXCO member? Provide solutions to both situations.
Uh, okay. For problem, I get it a lot of problem through my journey with IVSA, and it's with maybe perfect be solvent with some time management and communication skills and some of smart ideas. So I think it would be fine having a new and difficult problem taking me through thinking of how to solve, taking me through asking the old people how you do you solve that problem when you put in, and ask always for help how to make that how to do that, how to solve it perfectly.
Awesome, thank you. Alrighty, so now I will open up the floor to questions. So if you have a question for Ahmed, please raise your hand and then we can unmute you. And I'll wait like 30 seconds for people to raise their hand. Okay, so we have no questions. So with that, Ahmed, thank you very much. If you could please leave the room, that would be great. Thank you very much for speaking.
Bye.
It was nice to see you. Bye. Alrighty, so I think Ahmed is gone now. So now we will have a discussion on Ahmed. If you have one, we'll do one positive comment for Ahmed. Please raise your hand. Okay, no positive comments. If you have a negative comment for Ahmed, please raise your hand. Okay, no negative comments. So now we're going to get Ellison on the meeting. Pradiyam, yep, sorry I forgot to mention that. So if you're still here, we are going to use the WhatsApp chat. It's called IVSA Elections 2021. And when you're ready, I will just type in the group chat that you can come to the meeting. And I don't know if he's still here. Hi, Ellison. Oh, yes. Hold on. Let me give you permission to speak. Okay, if someone from OAC could help me out, but if not, I think I'm getting there. Okay, there we go. Should be able to unmute now.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect.
Awesome. Alrighty. So, Ellison, if you just want to state your name and then I see you have on your name, you have Trinidad and Tobago, but if you just want to briefly introduce yourself.
Okay, good day and greetings to everyone. My name is Ellison Brown and I am from IVSA, Trinidad and Tobago.
Awesome. Alrighty. So I'm going to ask you two questions, and as I mentioned before, you have 2 minutes to answer.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'll start my stopwatch. Okay, so the first question is, to which exco position would you like to be assigned and why?
I think I would like to be assigned to the committee coordinator, mainly because from what I've seen so far with the projects that the different committees have done, I found them all very interesting, and it would be kind of nice to be able to work with them. It's also partly due to the fact that I will be able to take more information back to my own member organization members, because we are a new MO, and it would be helpful to help further spread that information. And by being closer to the committees, it will be more helpful because I could give more detailed information. So yeah, that's mostly why I would like to work with the committee coordinator. Oh, also, I've never, I guess, worked with so many committees at once. So it would be a new experience and a new challenge. And so far, I've appreciated the challenges and have been able to successfully do them.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ellison. And the second question is, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your to both stations?
Could you repeat the second
If
half
you
of
want,
the
I can
question?
repeat it.
Yes, please.
Oh, yep. So it's just provide solutions to both situations of being given too many and then the second situation of too few tasks by your EXCO member.
Okay. Well, addressing the too many tasks first. First, I would inform my committee, the EXCO member that I'm assigned to, that I am feeling like it's too much, but I would work with them to first prioritize which tasks are most important, and then I would tackle those tasks first. For those that fall further down the list, I would find some ways in my personal life to accommodate time to deal with those. If I do find that I am unable to, although I think I will, because I've been able to work around certain time constraints previously, be it with personal life. Um, so I would be able to accommodate, but in the very unlikely chance that I can't, I would have to admit to the coordinator that okay, these few tasks, which are as we have gone through the lower priority, these are the ones that, due to personal circumstances, I cannot fully commit to. That would be my solution. It's unfortunate but realistic. To being given too few tasks, well, I would take that as an opportunity to, well, I'd ask them if it'd be okay if I could speak to other coordinators because well, it's the other committee members to see if they have any extra tasks that they need to be covered because at the end of the day, it's a one whole organization and I'm here to help the at school and they're all one group. So by helping out another committee member, that should be perfectly fine.
Awesome. Alrighty, thank you so very much, Ellison.
Very welcome.
So now I will open up the floor to other delegates to ask questions. We have room for 2 questions, so if you would like to ask a question to Ellison, please raise your hand now. Okay. It looks like we do not have any questions. Thank you very much, Ellison, for coming. I'm going to ask if you could please leave the room now. We'll be moving on. Thank you very much for coming and have a wonderful day.
Much. Same to you.
Thank you. Okay. So now we are going to have a discussion on Ellison. So if you have a positive comment, please raise your hand. Okay, Laura, I'm gonna unmute you. Okay, you should be able to speak now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. Then I just want to say I've been regional rep for Europe this term. And we have this partnership system between regional reps, and I was partnered with the regional rep from the Americas. So I've attended most of the regional meetings from the Americas just to sort of help out if need be. And Ellison was systematically present and very active and always very curious to learn more about IVSA Global and how he could participate. So he's a very enthusiastic and proactive member of IVSA, and I believe that it would be great to give him the opportunity to participate more through Secretariat. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Laura. Alrighty. Are there any negative comments for Ellison? If you would like to speak, please raise your hand. Okay, no negative comments. Alrighty. So now I'm going to ask Yaya to enter the chat or to enter the room. Okay, do not see Yaya yet. Okay. Oh, okay. I do see Yaya now. Yaya, if you're able to turn on your camera, that would be great. I'm going to allow you to unmute.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now and see you.
Good.
Awesome, thank you. So if you just want to give a brief introduction, your name, and then your IVSA MO.
Of course. Hi, everyone. My name is Yahya Farhi. I'm from IVSA Morocco.
Great. Okay, and then we have 2 questions for you. You ready?
Okay.
The first question is, to which Exco position would you like to be assigned and why?
So for this question, I have no problem working with whatever position I'm assigned to, because I'm running for this position, not for a specific position to be assigned to. I can work with all positions. I'm able to have more tasks. I'm able to do more tasks in one time. So I guess I won't have problem working with all of the positions. I'm here to learn new stuff, so it will be very helpful if I work with all the positions in the Exco and also in the officials.
Awesome, thank you. And second question, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your Exco member? Provide solutions to both situations.
So I guess given too many tasks, that will be good for me. If I can handle a lot of tasks, if these tasks can be handled by one person, so which is me, it's no problem. As I said, I'm here to learn new stuff. If I'm given not many tasks, I will ask the officials and the Exco I'm working with to give me more tasks so I can be more engaged in IVSA. So it's just a question of communication, which is I bring the importance of communication here because communication can solve a lot of problems. So if I'm given not many tasks, I will ask them to make me more involved in the work. If I given too many tasks that I can handle, it's okay. No problem with that.
Alrighty, thank you very much. So now we're going to open up the floor to delegates if they have a question for you. So if you have a question for Yaya, please raise your hand. Hi, Salsa. Okay, let me unmute you. Okay.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity. Hi, Ahia. I'm very amazed on how you of your spirit to help all the exco. And but what interests me is that because you said you would like to assign to any position as secretaries, I'm really curious on how you would help the public relation coordinator. Maybe you could elaborate on how you have any experience in public relations or any communication based problems. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So the work I've done in IVSA Morocco since I joined the association made me learn a lot of stuff, and that's the thing that given me the motivation to run for this position. I've worked both as the exchange officer of IVSA Morocco, so I've learned how to communicate well with the other MOs, with the MOD team. I've worked also as the chair of the local committee of animal welfare, so I quite well understand how to work in a team first, how to manage projects and how to do projects. So I guess I quite well understand how to manage all the challenges that will come with my position. But I said challenges will come, so I'm open to learn new things and how to fulfill them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, does anyone else have a question? Please raise your hand now. Alrighty, I think we're good. So thank you very much for answering all of the questions. If you could please leave, we're going to start the discussion now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Have a nice
Goodbye,
day.
guys.
Thank you. Bye. Alrighty. So if anyone has a positive comment, please raise your hand. I think I see Laura's hand. Okay. Can you unmute
I'm happy
yourself?
I'm happy to let somebody else comment though, because I've commented before and I don't want to spam. I don't know if you have any other hands.
I do not have any other hands.
Okay,
Yeah,
in that
so
case,
oh,
then I
right.
will.
So sorry.
My
It just
phone is
changed.
complicated. In that case, then I just want to say about Yaya that I've met him while he was part of the OC and during the symposium in Morocco. He was very, very involved, super motivated, and really an integral part of the OC. And he works very hard and is very dedicated. So I have no doubt that he would be an excellent candidate as well for the secretariat position.
Thank you very much, Laura. If anyone has a negative comment, please raise your hand now. Okay, I see no negative comments, so now we will have Hajar. Okay, we are still awaiting Hajar. We'll give it a minute more. Okay, she's in the waiting room, but I do not see her in the waiting room. So, okay. Hajar is having some difficulties trying to get onto this meeting. But we will, oh, no, that's right. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Hi, Hajar. Sorry about the technical difficulties. So I'm gonna have you on the video chat instead and then kind of just show you in the computer. Okay. Alrighty. I think everyone can hear you. So if you just want to briefly introduce your name and then your MO.
Hello everyone, my name is Hajar Seji and I am from IVSA Morocco.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, and then can everyone hear Hajar okay? Can you give it a thumbs up? Okay, awesome. Okay, great. So I'm going to ask you two questions. The first question is, to which EXCO position would you like to be assigned and why?
I would like to serve under the memberization director's position because I was in the MOD team during this previous term, since I am the current project manager of the MENA regional team. So with the regional representative as well as the MOD and the secretaries of the MOD. So I do know how things function within the MOD team, and I would love to contribute in improving communication with different MOs of the IVSA and for us to have more involved members. And I would also want to contribute in creating new MOs all over the world.
Awesome, thank you very much. Okay. The next question is, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your EXCO member? Provide solutions to both situations.
I believe staying in close contact and staying honest with the EXCO member secretary is assigned to is the key to effective work. So if I stay in close contact with my EXCO member, I will tell them my availabilities and try to, so that way they will know when I will be available and when I will be not. So with my previous experience with the regional representative, I learned how to adapt to different situations, since I was always trying to keep updated with everything that's happening. And even when I wasn't available, I was always trying to know what's happening. And even when I wasn't assigned tasks, I would go and ask the regional representative what needs to be done, when should it be done, and then do the task. So it won't be a problem, I guess.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, and then now I will open up the floor to any delegates who would like to ask Hadar questions. So if you have a question, please raise your hand now. Okay, Lorraine, go ahead. I think you can unmute yourself.
Hello. This is Lorraine from Planta, from IVSA Switzerland. But I hear myself double, so it's a little bit strange. Okay,
Sorry.
Ajar, I have a question for you. Maybe Vivian will just repeat it afterwards, if okay. But anyways, also as a secretary to the MOD, you will be also helping with the IVSA global events. Do you have any experience regarding organizing an event?
Yes, I was in the organizing committee of the 68th symposium held in Morocco, and I was also working with the organizing committee of the first MENA regional symposium, and I am also a part of the organizing committee of the upcoming first Equine Community Conference. So I do have experience and I do know how things function, so I can help GMOG for the events of IVSA.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, thank you. Is there any other question for Hajar? Please raise your hand. Okay, Salsa, I think you're able to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I believe there's no one else raising their hands. Okay, so thank you, Hajar, for running for this position. I know that you're very motivated, that you're stated you're running, you're in the OC for several IVSA events. So my question would be how you can share to be your spirit to be motivated to contribute to IVSA if there's a team member or more than one team member is motivated to be involved in IVSA.
I am sorry, I couldn't hear the question very well. Can you repeat it?
How would you motivate your team members if any of them get demotivated?
So once again, I believe that communication is key.
Sorry, keep going.
First MENA regional symposium. Okay, so for the organization of the first MENA regional symposium, we had to organize it in less than 3 weeks. All of the members were having exams. So what I did was that I was chatting individually with each of them, making sure that they were doing their task, asking them how they feel, asking when they had exams. And so when they were close to me, they allowed themselves to tell me when they can do things, when they can do them. That way, when they weren't able to do overwhelmed with exams or something like that, we need someone else to do the thing and then to make them feel more like she was creating safe environments for us to communicate, and that way each of us would do the tasks they're assigned to, and if they can't do them, we can find someone else to do them, and that way we will work together to overcome everything.
Thank you.
Awesome. Alrighty, I believe that is it for questions. Thank you very much, Adar, for coming and answering those questions. Good luck to you, and see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Alrighty. Okay, thank you everyone for bearing with the technical difficulties. Now we're going to open up for discussion on Hajar. So if you have a positive comment, please raise your hand. Okay, I see a positive or a hand raised from Karina. Hi, Karina. I believe you can unmute yourself now. You can't. Okay. That's strange. Let me undo it and try again. Okay, try now. No. Okay, I'm seeing on my end that you can unmute yourself. Just to make sure you're looking at the little microphone button, right? Oh, okay. Is anyone here from OAC that could help me? I'm not sure. Daniel, if you're there, I can see that she can unmute herself, but I don't know how to personally, like manually unmute a person. No one else has raised their hand. So give me 1 second. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is very chaotic. Okay, so yeah, if you want to try leaving and come back, that would be great. In the meantime, while Karina does that, I will open up the floor to a negative comment while we wait. So if you have a negative comment, please raise your hand. Okay, do not see any negative comments.
So what seems to be the problem, Vivian?
So Karina was having issues with unmuting the microphone. I gave permission to unmute, but it still didn't work, and we tried it twice. So Karina left the meeting and then came back. So now I'm going to try and give permission again. We'll see if that works. Okay, try again, Karina.
It is unfortunately a known issue with Teams that it sometimes comes up with the allow and disallow of microphones. If you're able to, I would recommend typing it out in the chat. Otherwise, the only other option is closing the meeting and joining back in. So that is what I would recommend.
I think they did that, and it's not working. It looks like there's no mic icon anymore. So if you could just type in the chat your positive comment, that would be awesome. Oh, they left again. Okay. I'm just gonna say, please. Okay. Okay, it looks like they left the chat. So I think I'm gonna move on and ask for the next. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Karina said, I think our last candidate did have a lot of experience working within IVSA. Thank you very much for your positive comment. And as such, she will have a better understanding of all that will need to be done. Okay. John is now here, our next candidate. Okay, hi, John. Awesome, you have your camera on. Let me just make sure you can unmute yourself. Give me 1 second. I'm having some issues with Teams. Okay, you should be able to unmute now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh. Okay. Hi, John. If you just want to give a brief introduction, so your name and then your MO.
I'm John Kwesi Jan. I'm from Ghana. I'm in my 3rd year of vet school, and I'm from IVSA Kumasi.
Awesome, thank you. Alrighty, so I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and you have 2 minutes to answer for each. Let me know if you need me to repeat a question. So the first is, to which EXCO position would you like to be assigned and why?
I would like to work under the Secretary General because I believe I could, with my skills, I could help him or her with execute his or her duties pertaining to IVSA and how to help IVSA get out there. Yeah, that would be all.
Awesome, thank you. Okay. The second question is, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your EXCO member? Provide solutions to both situations.
For the too few tasks, it will depend on communication between the EXCO and I. And basically, if it's too few tasks and I feel like the tasks are small, I can actually tell him or her that, oh, for this position, this is not what I signed up for, it's too small. And if you could add a little, or if I can help, or I can get someone to help me, or if I could get more tasks to it, fine, that would be helpful. But if it's too many tasks, everything will stem from effective communication between me and my EXCO. I feel like if the tasks are too many, I can tell him or her, oh, fine, the task is a lot. If you could get someone else to help me with this, I'll be very grateful. And yeah, basically, yeah, that would be all.
Great, thank you very much. Okay, now I'm going to open up the floor to any other questions from delegates. So if you have a question for John, please raise your hand now. Okay, I do not see any raised hands. Oh, yeah, no, we're good. Okay. So thank you very much, John, for coming and answering the questions.
Thank you too.
Have
for
a nice
having me.
day. Oh,
Have
yes,
a
no
nice day.
problem.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, believe. Yep. So now we can start the discussion. If you have a positive comment for John, please raise your hand. Okay, do not see any raised hands. If you have a negative comment for John, please raise your hand. Oh. Okay, Glenn, you can unmute now. I'm not sure if that was for the positive or the negative comment, so.
Yeah, it was for the positive comments. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I've worked with John at various levels in IVSA Kumasi, and I believe he's capable and well able to do this work. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you very much. If there are any negative comments, I will open up the floor again. So if you have a negative comment for John, please raise your hand. Okay. Danielle? Okay, I'm just gonna mute him for now. I'm not sure if he had something to say. Okay. So I think that's it for our discussion. I saw no hands for negative comments, so now I'm gonna ask Martina to enter. Hi, Martina. Hold on, let me give you access just to unmute. Could you raise your hand for me quickly so it's easier to find you? Thank you.
Hello there, is my voice
Awesome.
clear enough?
Oh, yes. Yes, yep, and we can hear you just fine. So if you want to give a brief introduction, just your name and then your MO.
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Martina Marina, but people call me Maureen, and I'm from IVSA Indonesia.
Awesome, thank you very much, Maureen. Okay, so I will ask you 2 questions, and feel free to let me know if you want me to repeat the questions. The first is, to which EXCO position would you like to be assigned and why?
Thank you for the questions. I would love to be assigned under the PRC because I want to be really able to actively participate in reaching out to more FAT students, promoting the presence of IVSA, and also creating a greater impact for IVSA family. I would love to help managing the IVSA global social media, so we will be able to reach out to more FAT students. And I would like to help improving the PR networks that we currently have, and also reading the IVSA journal. I believe that I have the skills that are needed for this positions, such as graphic designer, social media management, public relation, communication, and also teamwork. I'm really passionate about learning something new, and I would love to utilize my skills and capabilities to help people with anything that I can do. And my experience in the PR networks and also as the social media manager of Standing Committee of Animal Welfare will be very helpful for me to have more understanding about these positions and also to give more input to the for PRC. And I have found my comfort in IVSA, and I want to share this comfort and opportunity to more FED students, so there will be more people who has interest to be involved in IVSA family.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, second question is, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your EXCO member? Provide solutions to both situations.
Okay, thank you for your questions. I think the first thing that I'm gonna do is to always know what's currently going in IVSA, for example. I have to know what's the upcoming project or what's the ongoing project. And also I have to be aware of my capacity, like how many projects I could take on or which responsibility are more suitable for me. And I believe the key to these questions is communication. Being a secretary doesn't mean that I have to wait for my EXCO or other team members to assign me for some responsibilities. So if I got too little tasks, I will be proactive to communicate with them, like asking them, what can I help? Or is there anything that I can do? And I can always suggest to them, maybe I can do this, or maybe I could be responsible for this project. And if I get too much work, again, the key is communication. I can communicate with the EXCO and the Secretariat because I believe here in IVSA Global, we are working as a team, so not as individuals, so we will be able to help each other. And so I will communicate with the EXCO and other secretary, like I will give solution. For example, maybe for this responsibility, I won't be able to take it fully and I need help from others, but in the future I can take other responsibility and I can also help other secretary or EXCO member in other responsibility. So the key for this is communication.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Alrighty, and now I will open up the floor to delegates if they would like to ask you a question. So if you have a question for Marin, please raise your hand now. Okay, I see no raised hands, so I do not believe there are any questions. Thank you very much for all of your answers. If you could just leave the meeting and then we will continue on, but thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for the opportunity. Goodbye, everyone. See you.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
You too.
Thanks. Okay. So now we are going to have a discussion. If you have a positive comment for Marin, please raise your hand. Okay, I believe you are able to unmute. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Hello, I'm Maureen Rani A from IVSA Wrocław. I am the current chairperson of the IVSA Standing Committee on Animal Welfare, SGA. So I've had the absolute pleasure of working with Marin for the past term. Marin is extremely dedicated, extremely hardworking. She is proactive in the most pleasant and positive way. I have never had to go and chase her or ask her for any sort of task. She had always come to me. Testament to that is even in our workshop this morning, she was there on hand helping me through all the technical difficulties that come with teams. So she's really a team player, but is also able to take the lead and to be self-led. So honestly, getting to know her on a personal level this year has also been a delight. She is absolutely adorable and is a very positive and upbeat person. So I would really strongly recommend her for this position. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. And if there are any negative comments for Marin, please raise your hand now. Okay, I do not see any negative comments? So now I will be calling Nadia. Alrighty, here we go. Hi, Nadia. Oh, give me 1 second. Okay, you can unmute yourself now.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, yep, we can hear you.
Great, thanks.
Yep, no problem. Nice to see you. If you want to give a brief introduction, just your name and your MO.
Hi everyone, my name is Nadia. I'm from IVSA Indonesia. Specifically, I'm from Gajah Mada University, and I'm actually on my second year of veterinary education.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so I will ask you 2 questions. You have 2 minutes to answer each, and if you want me to repeat a question, just let me know. So the first question is, to which EXCO position would you like to be assigned and why?
Okay, great. Thank you for the questions. If I'm given an opportunity to work as a secretariat, my first option would be to work under the community coordinator. Beside the familiarity which allow me to settle in as soon as possible due to few experiences that I had and about to have with the IVSA community, as I work for SCOVI as the online manager and represent SCO as a student ambassador, and also is about to work as a social media manager for the equine community. I felt all the standing committee amid the pandemic are doing an excellent job according to their purpose, and it motivates me to be directly more involved in creating more projects and continuing to make remarkable contribution for veterinary students from all over the world. I would love to expand and enable even more veterinary students to enjoy and benefit from the standing committee by proposing and conducting more events and collaborating with more partners, possibly vet influencer, to promote the standing committee and IVSA in general, so it can reach every layer of vet student. I think that's my main motivations and goal for joining as a secretariat under the community coordinator. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Nadia. And the next question is, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your EXCO member? Provide solutions to both situations.
I think if I'm given too many tasks or too little tasks, I would like to just communicate with people, because I believe that there are sometimes people are unaware when they are give someone a task. Like, I think it's all based on communications and understanding of people's situations and surroundings. So if I'm given too many tasks, and I can't handle it, I will just tell my supervisor to let them know how I feel, and I'll just communicate with them to clear the misunderstanding. I won't be suffering by myself and like resent them because they give me too many tasks. And if they give me too little tasks, I can just let them know, oh, I can do something else and I can contribute in doing something if they need any help. And because they give me too little tasks, I think that would be my answer. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Now I will open up the floor to other delegates to ask questions. So if you have a question for Nadia, please raise your hand. Okay. I do not see so. I believe that means very much for answering all of the questions, Nadia. And if you could please leave the meeting. After this, we will keep going with our discussion.
Okay, great. Thank you, Vivian, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye. Okay, great. So now we will begin our discussion for Nadia. So if you have a positive comment for Nadia, please raise your hand. Okay, you can unmute.
Hi everyone, I'm Diana Teixeira, IVSA Portugal, and I would like to make a positive comment about Nadia. So I know Nadia from Scovey. She joined as online manager. This year, she's not here since the beginning. She joined Scovey when we were needing a reinforcement because of the overload of our work, and she was terrifically amazing. She was really helpful when she joined. She was really fast to adapt to the team. She really commits to everything she does. She puts the heart in everything she does, definitely. And I think Nadia is one of the best additions to the Scovey team for this year. And I'm really sure the person that will get her as secretary on Exco will be the luckiest person ever, because I feel like that for having Nadia on my team.
Awesome, thank you very much for your comment. And if there are any negative comments for Nadia, please raise your hand now. Okay, I do not see any raised hands. So now we will go on to our next candidate, which is Odin. Okay. I unfortunately do not see Odom on this meeting yet, and I'm not able to get in touch. So with that being said, for right now, we're going to wait, but at the same time, we're going to introduce Pradyam if he can come next. Okay. Thank you for raising your hand, Pradyam. Okay, you are able to unmute, and if you're able to turn on your camera, that would be great.
Sorry, I think I'm having some issues with my camera is not turning on.
Okay,
Sorry.
no worries. No, that's okay. It's perfectly fine as long as we can hear you, and we can. So, if you just want to give a brief introduction, so your name and then your MO.
Okay, great. Namaste everyone. So my name is Pradyum Devaya. I am from IVSA India. So that's a brief introduction about myself.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to ask you 2 questions. You have 2 minutes to answer each, and if you need me to repeat any questions, just let me know.
Okay, great.
The first question is, to which exco position would you like to be assigned and why?
So I would like to be assigned to the CC secretary as a CC secretary because in the CC secretary there's a position for the communities. So why do I want to be a CC secretary is because I was the community coordinator in SCOVI. So I was responsible for the communities in SCOVI and developing and overseeing new communities. So I have been working with the communities at a ground level. So I know how the committees are functioning and how it will function. So as a CC secretary, the committee coordinator also needs to know how it is functioning and how the communication between the communities and the IVSA Global. So that's where I'll be playing a major role. So I feel I'll be best suited for a CC secretary. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, and our next question is, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your exco member? Provide solutions to both situations.
So I have as a committee member in SCOVI, I had times where I was overburdened. I wouldn't say overburdened, but I had a lot of work. Like it would have been developing proposals, overseeing another community and its activities. So that time when I used to feel very overburdened or overwhelmed, I always had the thing of relying on my chair or asking for help from the members for that time. So I believe in asking for help and not doing everything by myself, because we know that everything can't be done by one person. So even if I feel overwhelmed, I would like to always ask for help. Even if that person can't help me, a small bit of advice always comes a long way. Coming to the point where not having many work, I feel if I come across such a situation, I will always go to my committee coordinator and ask like, "Hey, I am free. Is there any work where I can help you with? I would love to help you." So I believe in always asking and having an open line of communication between me and the committee coordinator. So yeah, even in case if I feel that I don't have less work or have too much work, if I have a proper communication, I think it will go a long way.
Awesome, thank you very much. Alrighty, and if there are any questions for Pradyam from the delegates, please raise your hand now. Okay, I see one question for right now. Okay, Salsa, go ahead.
Hi, Pratnam. My question would be, is there any type of person that you don't like to work with, and how can you overcome that problem, like keep working with that person while keeping it professionally? Thank you.
Okay, that's a very good question actually, and fortunately, I have not come across such people, because I tend to be, very open and love working with different type of people. But in case if I come across a person I feel that I'm not having a good connection with, or I'm not gelling with, I would like to always approach the person and say, hey, I'm having such an issue, but I think we can work across it. I don't believe in being nasty and talking behind the back of a person. So I always have this frank approach. If I don't like something, I will approach the person and talk to him or her, and try and find a solution. So that's how I have always been.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Pradyam. If anyone else has a question, please raise your hand now. Okay, I do not see any other questions. So thank you very much for coming. We're going to continue with the discussion now. So if you could leave the meeting, then we'll have everyone come back at the end. Okay, so we're going to start the discussion for Pradyam now. If you have a positive comment, please raise your hand. Okay. I see two. Oh, okay. All right. You should be able to unmute, Karina. If not, let me know. Hopefully it works this time. Okay, so I can read it aloud. I've worked with Pradyam recently with the new Wild and Exotics Animals Committee. He assisted my team and I from day one and stuck with us through the entire process till the official launch of the community, ensuring we had everything organized and truly guided us meticulously through all our tasks. Definitely a dedicated and hardworking individual. He's an excellent candidate. Thank you very much for having it prepared in the chat too. Okay, and then if there are any negative comments, please raise your hand now. Okay, I do not see any hands raised for any negative comments. So now we will go ahead and get Tristan on this call. Okay. Okay, Tristan, I think that's you. If it is, I've allowed you to unmute. Okay. All right.
Hi, guys.
Thank you very much. Hi, thank you very much for being here with us. If you could just give a brief introduction, so your name and then your MO, please.
All right, my name is Tristan Chen, and I'm from IVSA Taiwan.
Awesome, thank you very much. Okay, so I will ask you 2 questions. You have 2 minutes to answer each, and if you need a question repeated, just let me know.
Okay.
So, to which EXCO position would you like to be assigned and why?
Well, my first pick would be with the MOD, and it's because that I've worked as DEO for IVSA Taiwan for 2 years. So I believe that I'm most familiar with the work, and with the MOD team, I would be most useful. And I've always loved reading the EO bulletin, so I'll be excited to be able to be the one to create that. And I'm eager to see the regional representatives boom. And I would also love to be a part of making the individual exchange database bigger for as soon as the pandemic cools down and it's safe for everyone to travel. And on a more personal basis, when I was the EO, I've ran into multiple occasions where I had trouble and the MOD secretary was able to help me with it. It could be minor things such as getting locked out of the official's email account or not knowing what to do in my first EO meeting. And I was grateful for the help that I received, so I would love to be in the position to help make things smoother for people. And last but not least, I would like to point out that although it's my first pick to work with the MOD, if assigned to any other position, I would still be interested and would love to learn.
Awesome, thank you very much. Alrighty, the next question is, how would you handle the problems of being given too many and too few tasks by your EXCO member? Provide solutions to both situations.
All right, so I'm going to talk about if I'm given too few assignments first. And if that happens, I'm going to first actively check in with my respective EXCO to see if there's anything that I could do. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to talk to the Secretary General to see if there's other EXCOs that might need another helping hand. And if both of those things, if I try both of those things and I still feel like I have enough time available on my hands, then I'm gonna, based on the newest changes in the bylaws, I'm gonna come up with creative ideas of new projects and check in with my EXCO to see if they're able to supervise me on, like, go on with the project or, yeah, so that's basically what I'm gonna do if I'm assigned too few assignments. But if I am assigned too many, then I'm gonna talk to the EXCO and the Secretary General and explain the difficulties that I'm having with my schedule. And yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Awesome, thank you very much. And if there are any questions for Tristan, please raise your hand now. Okay, I do not see any hand raised. Oh, just kidding. Oh wait, oh no. Salsa, are you able to, oh, hold on. Okay, I think you can unmute now, Salsa. Wait, hold on.
Hi. Okay, now can you hear
Give
me?
me yes, we can hear you. Just give me 1 second before you begin. Sorry, Ahmed, would you mind leaving the meeting and coming back and just staying in the waiting room? I think someone let you into the meeting, but we're still continuing with another candidate's questions. Thank you. And sorry if whoever is back in, if you could just keep them in the waiting, indicate that wall. If there are any other nominees in this meeting right now that are candidates for secretary, please leave and then I'll call you back in. Okay, Salsa, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Thank you for the opportunity. I would like to ask, so if you're assigned to the MOD secretary, so you would be working with the regional teams, and how would you lead them to create effective communications to improve the information shared from the IVSA officials to the general members? Thank you.
All right, thank you for the question. All right, so I've talked to the previous IVSA EO and also the Indonesian EO, and some other EOs as well. And I've identified that based on the conversations that they have with the original representatives and the WhatsApp chat, they sometimes have trouble to identify or find the EOs or presidents to the other MOs. So I would love to be part of making like a more detailed database for the contact information of each MO of their presidents and their EOs, because on WeChat now, not WeChat, sorry, with WhatsApp, now we only have the phones identified, their phone numbers, and not like other information. Sometimes it's hard to tell which person is which. So with a spreadsheet or database that has the name and the email, the Facebook links, and even their other contact informations would probably be better for the MOs.
Thank you so much for the answer.
Thank you very much. Are there any other questions for Tristan at this moment? Please raise your hand. Okay, I see no other questions. Thank you very much, Tristan, for answering those. If you could just leave the meeting, we'll have a discussion and then I'll call everyone back in afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going to start the discussion. So if you have a positive comment for Tristan, please raise your hand. Okay. Okay, you can unmute.
All right, so I met Tristan in Croatia, and during his term as EO for IVSA Taiwan, Taiwan has been awarded with the top MO award twice, and this shows that he has been dedicated to relaying information and encouraging others to stay active in IVSA. Tristan does not only have a strong work ethic, but he is also an outspoken advocate for diversity, and he is someone who cares a lot about others. And so I believe he will be a great addition to the officials in these hard times. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Alrighty, and are there any negative comments for Tristan? If so, please raise your hand. Okay, I see no negative comments, so we are going to have everyone come back in. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what happened with Odom, but there is a video on the Google Drive, so you'll be able to watch that. Okay, give me 1 second to get everyone back in. We'll probably have to wait minutes just to get the rest of the candidates back in here. Okay. Alrighty. I believe most people are back now. So I'm just going to do a little bit of the closing. Thank you very much, all of the candidates, for coming. It was really, really awesome to hear all of your responses, and you all did a wonderful job. And thank you to everyone else who was able to come, ask questions, and discuss. Really appreciate all of the engagement. And with that being said, the only thing is that all the nominee documents are on the delegate drive. So if you could take a look through all of those before the next week, when we have the elections, just make sure you look through all of that, because there are a lot of documents, and especially for Odom, who wasn't able to be here, you can watch his video as well. And this is being recorded, as well as the other nominee hours. So if you are here and you missed the other nominee hours, you can go ahead and watch those as well beforehand. But I believe that is it. And I thank you very much for having me. I'm really, really excited to be here. But I think that's it for the rest of the event today. So thank you very much for coming. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and good luck to all of the candidates. Okay. Bye, everyone. And then OAC, I'm not sure who's here, but if you could please stop the recording, that would be awesome. Oh, okay. Thanks, Meryl. Okay, bye, everyone.